Welcome everyone. We're glad to welcome you here on this webinar. When my colleagues asked me to speak about 5 things that will help to boost your presence with marketplaces, it was not easy to me because 55 would be probably easier than 5. So I had to cheat a little bit. And I divided these 5 things to 5 different entry points. Our colleagues asked me to speak about 5 tips on improving your presence with marketplaces. So what I decided to do, because as every one of you know, there are no 5 and there are no 10, maybe no 50. We are managing here several, maybe hundreds of, we see here hundreds of stores, so it's not easy to select the 5. So what we decided to do is to separate this 5 by 5 different scenarios that you currently have. And I will explain it a little bit. Of course, some of you are in the situation when you already have some online presence, some others don't have any online presence, some of you work in wholesale mode, some of you are already in retail, so each situation must be dealt differently, of course. So we have separated 6 different situation that you as our potential listeners can be in. First of the situation is basically the best one when you have nothing online, and this is really the best situation because everything that I will be talking about today will be relevant to you. So this is really really easy for you, and from here you can only grow. Now, other online presence can be when you work only with your website, okay, so your own point of sales. Different possibility is, different option is if you have only some offline presence and nothing is currently online, but you do already run some offline jewelry business, And then the next one, if you do already have some external existing marketplace presence, whether it's eBay, Etsy, Amazon, Sears, whatever, Bonanza, Rakuten is something special, or you work in a wholesale mode. Sometimes we have cases when people do work online, normally with websites, in a wholesale mode, and what will be done in this case. And the last case that we will be glad to discuss, if you mainly specialize in loose gemstones, loose diamonds or gemstones. So if you work with marketplaces like Rapnet, Polygon, IDEX, and so on, what can be done in each one of these cases. So what we want to discuss, basically how we take every one of these cases and we do improve and we do use the marketplaces to help the already existing state. Okay, of course, if you are already on marketplaces, we will get a little bit deeper into the technique of marketplace management, but it's important to understand that this is not the only case that we will cover today. And what I wanted to share with you as a beginning is, of course, the concept of how we see the online sales, because the online sales in our understanding is not necessarily sales on the marketplaces. We all understand that marketplaces are important, but it doesn't end on marketplaces. So so the first thing is to understand that we the online presence in 3 different steps. The first step is to push ourselves into the places where we have a lot of people, and this is where the external marketplaces are placed. The great thing about marketplaces is that this is the best place to make your first sale, to make your first deal with a client. Why? Simply because it's the place that you don't have to educate people to buy. If you create your own website, first you have to get your traffic into the website, which is very expensive because Google does not really care about if you sell well or not. So if you compete with other sellers on Google or Facebook, it will be very expensive. But after even you get this traffic, it's not easy to convert a visitor to a buyer, because it's very you have to convince the buyer that he is in the right place. The marketplaces, they do all this work for you. They create all the buyer protection guarantees. They provide all the huge amount of traffic from sellers and buyers both sides. By this, basically what they do, they add this trust that you can sell on the specific marketplace. So the first step of your strategy is normally the push. We call it outbound or push, when we push our products to the places that people are used to buy. Now the bad thing of marketplaces is that the competition is huge. No branding occurs on marketplaces, and the marketplace does not really care if you sell it or somebody else. So the client retention is very difficult. And of course, especially in jewelry, not in all categories it's like this, but especially in jewelry, we have the problem of the sale process is absolutely different from what we need. Because selling a chair, an iPhone, and jewelry is different. It's not the same. So what we do want to happen, we want to get the clients into our website, because selling a loose gemstone, loose diamond, or selling a diamond jewelry, or selling a fashion jewelry, even inside the jewelry category, even on this part, it's not the same. So theoretically, we want to get automatically to the third step, which is the to pull clients into our website. But as we said, it's quite difficult in the beginning from the budget side. You really need huge budgets to compete with websites like James Allen or Blue Nile or Zales or all the rest. They will do their best to stand out on Google on the first places, and it will be quite impossible to start from this point. So the first point will be the push ourselves to the to the marketplaces, and then after we are on the marketplaces, to convert the client on the second sale. Okay, to take the client to our website. Now, another thing that, of course, our website presence helps us is the branding. Okay, we understand that it's not only the offline part, but also not only the online part, but also the offline part exists in your business. So branding is very important. Okay, and this is why we want to take the new blood. Let's say the new blood that really does not care about whom they are buying from, whether you're an established 100-year company or something else. This would be the marketplaces, and then slowly engage them and pull them into our website, where the conversion will be, of course, better, and when we have no competition, and so on and so on. But these are the two sides, but we have to connect between these two sides, and these two sides have to somehow connect with each other. the person who bought a diamond ring does not really need another diamond ring or a bracelet after 2 days. So we have to engage our clients, and where basically we will be doing this, we will be doing this on social and mail marketing, while building trust, keeping in touch, and preparing the next sale. So if we have some client who purchased some item on ebay.com, we will very nicely offer him to join our Facebook store, Facebook page, and then follow us on Twitter, on Pinterest, and by this we will try to pull him to our website. So the idea is to reuse the traffic of the marketplace, if it's possible to do it in marketplaces. If not, of course, and it's much better if we have the ability to take the client, the existing client, to our website. So this is the concept of how all your online presence should operate. And after we speak about it, we want to discuss how we can use the marketplaces to run inside this this model. So first, as we said, if we have the website, the already existing website, okay, then we will use marketplaces first to create immediate sales. Why the sales will be faster? It's quite simple, because if we compare selling on the website or selling on the marketplace, so from our experience, farming the marketplace store will take, let's say, half a year, and we have some established, if we speak about eBay, some top-rated account on eBay, which can already run and create first sales. On the website, if we start with the classic SEO, because we consider PPC as irrelevant, because the budgets are really huge that you will have to put in the PPC to move James Allen outside the game. It's not easy. So the marketplaces will provide immediate sales, unlike the website where you will have to run some long SEO and PPC campaigns, or maybe some social marketing or email marketing if you have already created your clients base. And the next thing, the same marketplaces can support your website by bringing traffic into your website. So as we say, we will create the first step, which is much easier, and the CPA, cost per acquisition, is lower on the marketplace. And then the next, we will move from the marketplace sale to the website. And of course, if you have the website, you will be able to improve your website conversion by adding some social proof. What means social proof? If we have a website, now it's quite a game to play, because on one side we do want to show that we have the eBay and the Amazon stores. Why is that? Simply because if I have the website and I have additional marketplaces, and I'm a top-rated seller on eBay, and I have 1,000 reviews on Amazon, I basically can have a proof that I am, as a seller, is an established seller. As you know, there are external even systems for the website, like Trustpilot and all this stuff, that they try to add this moment of social proof to your website. Because when the client gets to your website first, because he knows who you are, it's very unclear to him if he is buying from an established seller. So by adding marketplaces to your existing website, you will basically be able to improve the conversion of your existing website, even if you are trying to sell still on the website, which from our experience alone is not most effective. Now, as we said, another thing, if you have a website, you can lower the cost of client acquisition. because if you're running Google and Facebook, these are most common, it will really cost quite a lot to get into the game. So this is from the website entry point. So as we said, we will be talking from different entry points. Let's assume most of this video is this presentation is not targeting only the Valigara clients who are running 3 marketplaces, 5 stores on the marketplaces, 3 social accounts, and the website, right? Each one comes from different situation. Now the additional situation is when you operate only offline, and here it's very clear. If you operate only offline, the online presence does a very simple thing. It shortens the sale chain, which means until now, to find the client somewhere in Guatemala and you're placed in Hong Kong, you have to really find a lot of resellers, distributors, people who will do a job. Basically what they do the introduction to the client for you. Going online shortens this chain. You can even use only the LinkedIn to find resellers, but the easiest part will be, of course, to switch from some, as we know, 5 to 6 steps to the final client. By going online, you shorten this chain. Now, this of course brings higher margins. The same can be said for the third point when we speak about wholesale players. If you're a wholesaler with a normal 5% revenue margin on your sale, so going to marketplaces, which means switching to retail, will automatically take you to higher margins. Depending on the marketplace, if we take only the most common marketplaces, this would be between 20 to 30%. If we talk about the middle case, I'm not talking about superstars, but on the other side, of course, it will take time until you get to this revenue margins, because you have to establish yourself on the marketplace. But this is the normal case when you operate with a 20 to 30% of margins. Now, we do know that there are also cases when people work on 80%, but again, we're talking about some common case with not with some unique items that have a lot of brand inside and people are ready to overpay. This is the usual case, the normal case. Now, next would be for the wholesale. We can also find some places for wholesale in our existing offline business, to add wholesale in online. How operates wholesale online? Again, we see many cases that, especially on eBay, that from the first retail purchases, when buyer buys 1 or 2 items, after few purchases, this switches. This gets clear that this client is some boutique in New York, jewelry boutique in New York, and from there he communicates our clients for making a wholesale purchase. Especially on eBay, it's very common. Now, lately, as you know, in the last year, Etsy has introduced the wholesale part, and it's quite common that the wholesale businesses, they can, by using marketplaces and switching to retail and establishing themselves as a very solid presence on eBay or Etsy or other marketplaces, they get some attention from resellers, from their usual wholesale clients, from resellers, through the same marketplace. So basically it helps to wholesale to get new clients, even not only in retail but also in wholesale mode. The next point, and I'm leaving, of course, the existing marketplaces to the end. Now, loose diamonds or loose gemstones manufacturers have basically the same situation. How can they benefit from going to marketplaces? It's again shortening the chain. Basically, it will be go to eBay and Amazon. Okay, it's not easy to start running only loose diamond or loose gemstones store on the marketplaces, but still going to eBay and Amazon. Etsy is a little bit weaker in this part. For loose diamonds, loose gemstones is better, but loose diamonds will be probably eBay and Amazon, depending on what kind of diamonds you have. Now, having said that, still loose diamonds, it's great if you're on Rapnet or IDEX on Polygon. Of course, it's great that first you have your inventory quite ready and you can easily take it to other marketplaces. And here still, from our experience, we do recommend to extend your online presence from loose diamonds to extend it to jewelry. And why is that? Even that, as we said, eBay and Amazon and Etsy do have some wholesale component. These are retail systems, retail marketplaces. So by selling a diamond, a loose diamond, still this is not the product that the retail client needs. We're not talking about estate diamonds with worth $50,000 and up that people put somewhere beneath the chair and keep it in secret. We're talking about the diamond that will be put inside the jewelry. So if we switch to jewelry, first of all, we do give to our buyers what they need. They really need the jewelry to propose, and they do need the jewelry to buy a ring to their daughter after she finishes the university and so on. So this is the end product. It leads to many positive extensions. First, the client himself evaluates the item much higher. Even that we know that in diamond jewelry, maybe 80-90% of your cost as higher, so higher percent as more expensive is the jewelry, so higher is the percentage of the cost of the diamond. Clients are ready to pay much more for the jewelry because this is what they need. And they don't have to find a local jeweler who will do it for them. So switching from the loose diamonds to jewelry will be much more effective. It will be valuated higher, and of course it will lead to low returns. Those of you who already sell online know that the loose diamonds are the category with highest returns rate, simply because this is not the final product. This is not what the client is looking for. Another reason why jewelry has higher margins because it's much more difficult to evaluate the price of the specific jewelry, okay? Because there is a design and each one can price the design differently. There is basically the construction of the ring. So even that we as sellers know that the gemstone jewelry, I mean precious gemstone and the diamond jewelry basically as a pricing consists of the price of the gem. It's not that clear, not that obvious to the clients. Now, extending to jewelry is also important because you can go to additional marketplaces, the marketplaces that do not really have the ability to sell loose diamonds like Tawanda, like Etsy, like Bonanza, and all this. And being too closer, again, shorter chain brings better results. So we spoke till now how marketplaces can help if you have your own website, if you have only website presence. I'm doing the check marks here. And the wholesale, if you're currently selling in a wholesale mode, and the last one, if you're a loose diamond manufacturer or loose gemstone, which, by the way, I stress this difference, the diamonds and gemstones, because not only the diamond manufacturers have their place. Lately, we see that the gemstones become much more active. The buyer like different kind of precious gemstones, not only diamonds. It becomes more effective. Now, so the last but not least part of how we can improve with the marketplaces is, of course, if you already do have some presence on one of the marketplaces. Now here we can stress many points, but I have been asked to choose 5, so it's not easy. But the first, again, I'm cheating a little bit. Being on the marketplace does not necessarily mean that you are effective on the marketplace. So how is it? How can it be done? How can it be improved? What are the first steps? So let's talk about several different directions. First direction is your content. Now, and what we see from many cases, some very common mistake, which is really straightforward and must be dealt, is content is not forever. We're talking about situation marketing. I will explain this understanding. If you sell your jewelry in July, it's not the same like you sell the same jewelry in January. It must be different, because the situation that you're selling in, it doesn't have anything about the same bracelet that you're selling, but the situation is different. So the very common mistake is content that stays the same for over years. So what we see in our situation, and what also it serves, is the content rotation. Content rotation is a very simple thing to do if you have the proper technology. If we have this 5 different titles, one title is adjusted to Christmas, another title is adjusted to Valentine's, the third one is adjusted to Mother's Day, the fourth one is adjusted to end of the university time, somewhere in June. The fifth one is to the Father's Day, and so on and so on. Your chances of selling are much higher. Now, in addition, this content rotation is super important, because all marketplaces, and they stated clearly, they like fresh content. So if you have the same item which sits on Etsy or on Amazon or on eBay for half a year, and it's GTC on eBay, or it's being all the time renewed the same on Etsy, or no changes, no new reviews on Amazon, probably your chances are quite zero to sell this item. So the content rotation, we speak about 2 types of content rotation. The most common, yeah, we're not talking about bullets or keywords or item specifics. Just as on all marketplace, we have the titles which have to be rotated from time to time, and then the next one we speak about templates. If we have different titles, so we adjust it to some specific situation. Now, why is it important also in templates? People are different. Even if we have the same item, we have to check different target audiences. So if we speak about Etsy, no HTML, no design, we only have some wording to put inside our template. But even in this case, or also on Amazon, no design, only put different information about your item. But this information is not only the specifications of the item, but also the emotional part of the purchase. So understanding that we have different clients, we have to create different offers. In one case, we can stress that the item is handmade. In different case, we can stress that the item is being produced by the established 100 years old company. In different case, we have to put clients' attention to the fact that we have 10,000 feedbacks on or sales on Etsy, or feedbacks on eBay, or reviews on Amazon. So basically, every time we stress some different value of our product. So this is very important. Not on the we actually cannot do it on the title line of the product. We can do it in the template. And this rotation, having the same item with several different templates, okay, will help us to find what is the best offer for the specific product, because for different products it will work differently. Even if in your collection that we have 5 different solitaire rings, it might happen that the offer that we have will be a little bit different. Now, it serves also a very important role. As you probably know, all marketplaces like fresh content. So if we have the same item, no revises done, no renews done to the specific listing on the marketplace, okay, there is no reason for the marketplace to show your item, try again to sell your item. Now, it's important to understand that unlike Google or Facebook or whatever, marketplaces are not interested in anything but how good your item sells, right? So if you have bad history of the item, it will put it somewhere aside, right? But if we want to get some visibility boost, for example, if we put an item on eBay, right, unlike Amazon, we put it for some specific time, so we will get 2 visibility boosts. Now, one visibility boost is once we put the item online, and the second visibility boost, as you know, 24 hours and then 2 hours, in the 2 hours before the item ends. Why is that? Because eBay wants to get the fees from the selling, and of course boosts your item. So additional thing where our content can help is boosting our item in the results by making some change, because basically once we change something in the title or in the template, we signal to the marketplace, okay, I have improved or changed my offer, so please take a look at this. And this is the reason why we always use on Etsy the reviews, why we always use the revises on eBay, and why we have the smart repost in our system to differ if to sell similar item on eBay or to keep it as is and just release it again. So again, to be more effective on the websites, use your content more wisely and create content rotation. Now, another thing to do to get a boost in marketplaces, using marketplaces, is using quick sellers. So it's important to differ between your main line of products. So I want to sell $2,000 solitaire rings on eBay. Okay, this is my main jewelry. Okay, together with this, we have to remember that we have to play by the rules. So this is where we use quick sellers. We know that eBay wants to have variety of products, and not only eBay. Same about Etsy. Same about Amazon and other smaller places to sell. Sears, Bonanza. So if we have some spam behavior, we have 10,000 items in the same category, it will be very difficult for us to sell. So we have to create variety. In addition, we know that eBay loves stores with good history. So the item is being evaluated on every marketplace by two factors. First, is the item good? And the second, is the seller or the store, is the store good enough? So these are the two components. So once we want to improve the item, we work on the item side. Once we want to improve the store, one of the basic parameters is, do I as a seller have enough sales history? So do I have the positive feedbacks, reviews, and so on? So we use quick sellers for this. Quick sellers are the items that we create a good history of selling. Now, it will be quite difficult to create a history of 100 sales for a $5,000 item, right? So normally quick sellers are the $20, $50, $100, $300 items. So it can be some simple ring with silver, even if it's a silver ring, right? Sterling silver ring. So lately even Amazon has moved sterling silver from fashion jewelry to fine jewelry. So sterling silver ring also belongs to fine jewelry. So we do not have to think twice. Even that it's not our main product, but we are able to first create a history of 20, 50 sales of this product, and then according to the marketplace rules, if it's Amazon, it will be the same listing. On eBay, we will just relist it, not sell similar, but put it on GTC and relist. On Etsy, we will also keep the same listing alive all the time. And these quick sellers, they will basically push our store up in the marketplace grading, and then all the items will go up. This will bring us naturally. It will bring us to higher performance rate by performance by the marketplace. So it's quite easy. This is about quick sellers, and we are talking only about things that not relevant to some specific marketplaces. This is about your behavior online and about your behavior for the effective online sales, of course, is improved logistics. The same quick sellers, they serve an additional goal to improve our chance of selling. We improve our logistics. I will explain. The same item, for example, I am a seller placed in Israel and my main target is United States. The same item placed in United States in Israel, the conversion rate can be 5 times higher, depending on the jewelry, of course, but up to 5 times higher if the same item is placed in United States. So not always I can put my items in United States, right? Because my stock is very expensive. But if I have the quick sellers, and for example, I still do sell loose diamonds or loose rubies or whatever, my main product is loose gemstones, I can still create some quick sellers that I will put. They will be cheap, so they will be $20, $50. I will put them in some fulfillment center in United States, and this will create the ability for me to offer clients closer location, okay, which clients like because of well-known home bias, right? People like to buy near their homes. So if they see that the item is placed near somewhere in the United States, they have there is a higher conversion rate for these items, and I will be able, in addition, offer quicker response. I mean, the same item will be sent to the client in 3 days with USPS, which is not expensive, and this fulfillment will serve me this way. So quick sellers are important because you can move them after you check them from your home. You send them to fulfillment, and this fulfillment allows me to take my store much higher in the performances. There will be no problems of taxes, of the item got stuck somewhere on customs, because the item is already close to the client. So fulfillment and logistics, improved logistics, are very important. Now, about logistics, it will be also important to get more than one company. Very common mistake that we see, that people use only one delivery company. They choose DHL and they work only with DHL. This will not work well. You have to optimize this according to your items, according to your destination, because every delivery company has better deals and better logistics. For example, DHL somewhere better to Europe, or FedEx better to United States. You have to check it and use more than one delivery company. Okay, so all this is inside the same marketplace. What you can do inside the same marketplace, and your most power is in going to additional marketplaces. Why? Because most of work is done outside the marketplace. You have to create a logistic, you have to create your product line, you have to digitize your product line, prepare the photography, prepare all your offer, pricing, and so on, close all the deals that you need, and then you have to create good customer service. Once done, it's very important to reuse your abilities to additional markets. We often see that some stores that really struggle on eBay.com perform very well on eBay UK or Australia or Canada or Singapore, or depending on what you can offer to a client, or if you have additional languages, then France and Germany, if you can handle the logistics, are very interesting. So for example, eBay has 30 different marketplaces. It's important not to get stuck on eBay, and it's very important that every marketplace has its own target audience. So there is almost no interference between the clients of eBay.com and eBay FR, or eBay.com and Amazon.com. Amazon has 8 different sites, so of course do duplicate yourself to additional Amazons. So switching to multiple marketplaces gives a lot of, first of all, gives additional exposure to additional target audience. This is one, but also gives you a redundancy. If you, for example, have some problem with your account on eBay.com, you will be able to maintain your incomes on a decent level by running the Etsy store, because it operates correctly in the next few months, until you get yourself back to work normally on eBay. So it's also about disaster recovery when you have some problem with eBay and your account gets closed. So expanding to multiple marketplaces will give you this disaster recovery and redundancy. All these are technical terms, but I think that they are quite clear. And of course, you will get to additional target audiences. And most of work if you use some technology like Valigara that allows you to extend yourself quite easily to additional marketplaces, it will be really a matter of few clicks that you prepare yourself and you are there. So most of work is already done. We're talking about very popular now in the big data talks, the reusage of data. So we reuse the existing data, the 80% of work that we have done to expose our products to more clients. And the last step, how we can improve ourselves with additional marketplaces, is not the multi-channel, but the cross-channel strategies. Sometimes we find out that our eBay.com performs fine, but we still have some nice traffic from UK. So what we can basically do, we can get this client, thank him for his purchase, and next time improve our offer by sending him to eBay UK. So the difference between multi-channel marketing and cross-channel marketing is that on cross-channel marketing, one channel helps to another. So basically here on the screen we always have this model in mind. When we use traffic from one marketplace, we analyze it, and then we can select when we engage with the client, when we use our Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram or Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, whatever is relevant. These are most relevant to jewelry, of course, because they are visual. So we use these channels to engage with the clients, and then we use the cross-channel marketing approach to select the best offer. So if we want to keep the clients on the same marketplace, we will on our Facebook we will send them the offer, or through our email marketing we will send him the offer to the same marketplace. But if we think that we can perform better with this client using the different channel, we will select this channel and send him the appropriate offer. Most effective, of course, will be, as you can see on the screen, and somehow, I hope that now it will be better to see. The most effective flow is we take people from marketplaces and we support the website. Okay. On the other side, if we have people from email and social marketing, the lowest errors, the email and social marketing, they can create traffic on one side to external channels and to the website. So by using these additional channels, these are not the selling channels, but the support channels, the engagement channels. These channels will also help us to perform better on the marketplaces. Because sometimes we are very upset to find people that have 8 different stores on eBay and no Facebook, no email marketing strategy, no reusage of the existing client base. It's very hard to operate on eBay. We all know this, and not only eBay, every marketplace, it's very competitive. It has its own fees, no branding. So do yourself a favor and take yourself to cross-channel when your clients, existing clients, reuse their ability to pay, because these are the best clients. They have already opened their wallet and they gave you your money, and they are happy with doing this. So your chances to sell again are much higher. So this how the multi-channel marketing should work for you. When the last thing, the multi-channel allows us to find the places where we get the lowest CPA. It's not necessarily the first client gets to my eBay or Etsy or Amazon, and then he goes to Facebook, and then he goes to website. If so, for some reason you're not starting from zero, Okay, you are still a jeweler and you have some clients based, so you can start from email marketing by boosting your eBay or Amazon store performance if you're just starting. The same client base can work for you with, for example, email marketing. The email marketing can start your social marketing by offering your clients to see the best deals or latest updates from your company on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and so on. So this synergy can help you to lower the CPA. So find out where it's the cheapest for you. If it's cheapest for you to go for a walk and put flyers under the doors, maybe this is the cheapest. Okay, use it and then convert your clients most effectively. Choose the channel that you will be converting, monetizing your clients on. Okay, so this is about marketplaces, and I hope that it will be useful also for our experienced sellers. Yes, so Nimanja is is absolutely right. Amazon doesn't allow us to see the client's email, right? When you get an order from Amazon, you will get something at Amazon.com. This is right. And how we can still overcome it? This is why we always offer to run branded stores, which means on every social page, on every marketplace, including Amazon and Etsy and eBay, we will do our best to put our logo to show who we are buying from, so that the same client, yes, even that we don't have the ability to write to him and pull him to our website, but we can hint him, okay, that our company is present on Facebook, on Twitter, or other social channels, and he is welcome to find his best deals there without stating the specific link. This is the link, so go there. Of course, it's very important to play by the rules of every marketplace and think how can we work this around by putting our logo, by welcoming people to check our offer on or support. For example, we can hint not directly that additional sale can be made on our website, but we're always available through the support. Okay, we have, and you can put the photography of the support people, which will normally raise the question, how can I find the support? This is why we always suggest to have the website too, right? So the client that is going to buy a $3,000 item, a ring, let's say, he does want to know that he can get the support after that. So we hint about the support, and the client gets into the website. He gets into the Facebook by simply searching for support. Okay, so we can go deeper into every step of what we spoke about, but again, from having nothing now in the jewelry, and this is the easiest way, you can start from the most effective. We have identified now 5 different points of entrance into the multi-channel, into the cross-channel marketing, and into how the marketplaces can serve you in each one of the steps, with a website, offline, loose diamonds, wholesale, or of course existing. So there is a lot of work to do. We hope that you concentrate on the things that are only the human can do, and not on the technology. A good technology can serve you well. We're sometimes being asked about Valigara, if I have Valigara, what I can do, because there is such an automation about maintaining my items on the marketplaces, about posting them, renewing, and so on, creating even titles and blah blah blah. Yeah, but still there is no replace to a good trader, to a good online trader. The person who runs, it's like a good machine, but somebody has to be the operator of the machine, and we hope that you will concentrate on this. So if there are some questions about how the marketplaces can help you go online in your specific situation, welcome to write it in chat. I will be glad to answer. Meanwhile, next Wednesday, as planned, we have the next webinar on advanced Valigara features. So this is for Valigara users, next webinars that we run. And it's not limited, but of course it will be much more effective if you already use Valigara. So this is the next webinar we have. And if you have some questions, feel free to write us through the website or directly if you have our emails, marketing@valigara.com, yes@valigara.com. We do our best to be as positive as possible here in the company. So yes@valigara.com will do the job. Marketing@Valigara, office@Valigara, whatever sounds most logical to you, or even directly to me at igor@valigara.com. I'm not always available at this during the day, but welcome to run your questions there. And I still wait for questions. If there are no, I'm glad. But as my chemistry teacher said, if there are no in the school, if there are no questions, either everything is clear or nothing is clear. So I hope that everything is clear. And thank you for your attention. Of course, we will have this webinar on YouTube, and we'll send it to you. Or if for some reason you missed part of it, I already see it. Some people joined later, so you will be able to listen to it at any time. Any specific advice for Etsy? Well, basically all things that we spoke about content rotation are super important for Etsy. Well, of course, for us, it's by the way, these are the great days for us at Valigara here, because Etsy has announced that he will finally introduce some structured data. So prepare yourself for structured data, like if you're aware of eBay item specifics or on Amazon. Content rotation, better titles, different templates. Use more than one template and find out how to stress your offer better. Now, very simple and very sad mistake that can be healed so easily. In the photography, use all the photography, of course, all the 5 positions that Etsy allows, but also one of the shots leave to the box that you're selling with. I really got some question now, so it's hard to me to say blind, but very often you get all the 5 shots of the product. This is perfect that you explain your product, but if you add the photography of your bag or of the box that you are sending your jewelry in, this is important. Why? Because your offer does not end with the product. Imagine the situation that you have the same item being sent in a very not interesting and bad bag, or without box, or it's sent with a box, because or the same item is being sent through 3 days or through 21 days. The same item is sold with the ability to return the product or without the ability. So your offer does not end with the product. So this is something that can be done easily on Etsy. Now, of course, play by the rules. If we know that Etsy likes to update your to boost your items once you revise them, you probably know there are tools, better tools. Of course, Valigara is the best, but this is not the idea. So use tools to renew your items between 6 to 11 in the evening in the United States, if this is your target audience, because Etsy likes it. Use the promotions, use it wisely, not for all the items in the store, but only for some items in the store. Improve your offer starting from your homepage, unlike storefront, I mean, unlike eBay, where only 10% of the clients get to your storefront. On Etsy it's 40%. This is super important. So a good banner, a good introduction, the about us are very important. Improve the categories to the situational marketing. For example, if you have a category now, Valentine's jewelry, this is amazing, right? Just create this category, put some items that you think have most potential, and bring your clients here. On Etsy, from the cross-channel marketing point of view, super important. It works the best with Pinterest. Don't try Instagram, doesn't work, but Pinterest really works perfectly. Join on Pinterest, join the comment boards where people put a lot of jewelry inside this board, so it's built and it brings a lot of traffic. So of course it's much better if to take a look at the store and not to talk blind. If you can put it now in chat, I will right now take a look at the store and find out some things that can be done. But Etsy is clearly a community-based marketplace. So you can, for example, use also Etsy Teams, brings a lot of traffic, and of course it's very important to adjust. For example, what we do on the 2nd of January, if we have in all titles, Etsy titles, we have the Christmas jewelry or Christmas ring or Christmas gift, whatever in the title. On the 2nd of January we switch it automatically to the Valentine's gift for her, and so on. Valentine's gift for girlfriend is beautiful keyword. Yep, keyword for tag. Etsy allows 13 tags, so update the 13 tags. Always leave 2 tags or 3 tags, depends on the item, to some more generic tag, and then the situational tag, right? The situation changes, so you change it from Christmas gift to Valentine's gift. It's not sure if it's worth putting it inside the Etsy title. Etsy does not really like it, but be careful with this stuff. But in the tags you definitely can do it to bring more traffic. Okay, I will take a look. I will be glad to take a look at on the website, and any information Amazon to title changes is the how much can okay. Yes, Amazon definitely allows changing the title. I'm not aware of some limitation if it's allowed to once a day. Normally all updates on unlike eBay and Etsy, Amazon takes up to 24 hours to update all the information on the marketplace. So you have the natural limitation that Amazon can just take his time to update the title, but it's not limited in the amounts, this is for sure. Of course it's allowed. Now, very nice question. If I can, if I can make a quick seller, for example, for $50, and then update it on Amazon, right? Amazon is very different from eBay and Etsy because the item stays forever. So here, the same. The game of Amazon is the game of review. And here, find good Facebook. There are look for in Facebook for Amazon reviews. Find good groups and start bringing reviews from there. So here, in as was a question, if I can make a quick seller, for example, for $50 and make 20 sales, and then put the title and change the title and the wording and the price to something different. And what about the reviews? No, this is not going to work well simply because of reviews. You have 10 different reviews saying something very nice, very good, very positive about a $50 ring, and people do put reviews and insist of getting reviews. This is your game there. So and after that, switching to some different product will create some really bad history to this product, and of course will be ineffective. It will only harm the store. We've got very, very not nice situation about these manipulations, because Amazon, by the way, Amazon 80% of traffic comes from Amazon Prime. So these are, as you know, the Amazon community, right? People who have Amazon credit cards, people who are registered clients on and permanent clients on Amazon. So they are very engaged with the marketplace, and if there is some misbehavior from the buyer side, they will very quickly report the item. So I wouldn't manipulate like this. This is very clear. The intention there is very clear, but even if you do it, then adjust it very, very slightly, not from some quick seller to your real item. In Etsy, we're not able to collect money to Israel. Yes, we do. In Etsy, we work with PayPal. Most of work is done on PayPal, and then PayPal works in Israel with no problems. So maybe, Pioneer is a good service, of course. Yeah. So again, Etsy is okay with PayPal. There is a lot of optimization that you can do with PayPal, because different PayPals have different rate. PayPal UK has lower rates. You can even so if you want to work with this, you can open a UK company, or you can also open a US company. So Etsy has also lower rates than to Israeli sellers. There is a lot of play that you can do inside PayPal, but Etsy works with PayPal quite fine. Okay, so let's. Oh, there is somebody. Okay, we have some store, some example. Okay, so I will be glad. I will drag it to the okay. Oh, this is very beautiful example of how we can easily improve Etsy. This is great. I'm taking a look as we spoke. We are not only working inside one item on Etsy. We are working with a complete store. Now I'm inside the store. What do I see first? First of all, it's great that we have the banner here, and it's really beautiful. Nice work. Now here we have okay, here it's very good. If you have some promotion running, put it inside an announcement, because people run it first, because you can see from the top this comes first. Okay, and then this is interesting. This is very good. First of all, thank you for for sorry, I don't know your name, but one of our viewers has agreed to send me the store. So here, this is very nice store, and what I see first that there are products with five different photos, and here on these five different photos, the conversion of such an item will be not the best, because here, for example, I don't even see the clasp. I don't see how the clasp, the second side of the ring is done. And here we see a very good example of even 4 explanatory images, but only one image of the product. So, for example, this is a nice cloth and it's good. So about the offer is very clear. You're not only getting the product, but we know how to sell it, which is fine. The thing is that here it goes on account of the item. So here I would replace at least one, for example, combine these two images in one, right? The cloth and the wallet is not what people do buy. So combine the images. Find another place for additional image. Because when you have not done it, you have a real problem that the client that gets inside the store sees just the same pictures. Once you add the pictures, even one picture, the same items, these two items will have 2 different pictures, and your store will look more diverse. It will not look the same. I understand that these items, $380, probably have different stones, or maybe have different metal purity, but now it looks all the same to the client. This is one. Now, your store operates with earrings. This is clear. So it's very important that if you have one category, diamond earrings, out of 279 items, you have 266 items that belong to the same category. You have to divide it. I cannot find on the fly, but if you have just the same, okay, then specify it. For example, you have the white gold, right? Okay, this is white gold and yellow gold. Just divide it into white gold diamond earrings and yellow gold diamond earrings. Why it's important? Because this category titles are being indexed by Etsy. So once you have the white gold diamond earrings category, you will get an additional boost of your items in the search algorithm. Okay, and of course find the way to divide it to more relevant, because basically more relevant category, because basically now your clients get here and they understand, okay, I just have the diamond earrings, and that's quite a mess. Be more specific here. Another thing, 0 sales, 8 admirers. First thing is forget about your main items and find out how you create the first sales. So maybe I'm very rigid, but now this store is on the farming stage. We divide here in Valigara. We divide into farming and trading. What's the difference? Trading is when I already sell my items, how I sell them better. But here on this stage, the first stage is farming. Like in agriculture, we have to farm the earth. We have to prepare the earth. So first sales are mandatory. Going to dumping prices, losing money, but selling your items. The 300, I understand that these items 385 go 50% down, go below your cost, but well, you have to find out. If you don't have to do it and you see that in this first month of operation you get 10 different 10 cells, great, good for you, but be ready to be very aggressive so that your store does not get stuck on this farming part. So let's see, just sorted by lowest price, because of course by the amount of sales it's much easier to sell cheaper items. Great. So these items, okay, now I will say something in addition. These items, the 125 items, are very good offer if they include also shipping inside. The items, the stud earrings, they are sometimes even $80–90, but be ready to get even lower with your prices and lose additional $50, okay, but make the first sales. Now, okay, there's a lot I can tell. This is a good behavior. Request custom order is very important. You can add variations, for example, so you can cross-sell between the cheap item and then the more expensive item. Now here on the, I hope that you have the time to write it down. Basically, you have the recording here. Try to play with different templates, because now it's called what's called wall of text. Make shorter text, separate text in different subtext, right? Subdivisions with minuses, with hearts, with whatever. So play with your offer here. It really has to be improved, because now it's called wall of text. Additional picture. And the last thing I wanted to say, I'm sure that there is more, but it's more than enough. Here on the homepage you have the ability to choose several favorite items. Use the favorite items to drag clients' attention to what you are best in. Okay, favorite items. Now I didn't take a look at the content has to be rewarded. This is more yeah, this is not precisely the best title, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure that I would like to see the item number here. Well, and of course it's something that happens naturally. The Valigara clients know I don't count, but I'm sure that this is less than 13 tags. Must have 13 tags. Okay. Each item, because we're just losing the okay, yeah, the visibility here. So this is more or less. I'm sure that we can find out more, but I'm sure that these 5 things that I said will improve a lot. I hope it helps. And about, try to make it more personalized. It's very important. On this is more eBay style. Try to make it more personalized, like showing some person sitting and doing the item. Okay, and the last thing, a last question. I'm sorry. Yeah, we have to finish. Oh, great question. Is it better to have one of or multiple Etsy stores? Yes. This is, yeah, okay, this is I'll just stop myself with previous question. Is Etsy worth all the effort? The answer is yes. If you want me to repeat it 3 times, yes. Well, of course it depends on your jewelry, but yes. Etsy is a great marketplace. for jewelers. Yes. Okay, is it better to have one or multiple Etsy store? This is a great question. But I will expand it from Etsy to any marketplace. We have clients here in Valigara with 10 stores, 25 stores even, but this is abnormal. 8 stores, 10 stores on eBay, for example. We have clients with the 3 stores on Etsy, on Amazon. And it's a good question. It's not a question whether it's good to have one then more. The question is when it's the time to open additional, what is the purpose to open additional stores. Of course, it's important to have several stores if you want to be more targeted. So if I have 50 items, probably it's for one store. Even if I sell pictures and bells, I collect bells, watches, whatever, right? If, the normal store has to have a reason for it. What could be the reason? The reason could be if your initial store expands in even less with amount of items, but the diversity of items. So if I work with fine jewelry, with diamond rings, and I want to target a very different niche like pearl jewelry. So I have pearl jewelry and I have diamond jewelry. These two things, they don't necessarily work well together. They are very different. Or if, for example, I have very different designs and I want to stress it. One is for my store that have floral designs, and another one has urban designs, and these do not work well together. So in these cases, of course, yes, you will have to farm the stores twice. Yes, you will have to make the farming to get the first reviews, the first sales, and we all know that it's not easy. We have done it many times. Of course, it's not easy, but if you have significant difference between your items, it's very important to open an additional store. There is a difference between we call it between entrepreneurship and meta entrepreneurship. So we call meta when it's really done for manipulation. Of course, having 2 stores is important if one of the stores gets bad history and does not perform well. You can invest more time in your second store until the first one gets back. But this is meta. This is not real need, and you have to be very careful with this. It does work, but I will give an example for eBay. If you have a store when you have enhanced diamonds, and then you want to separate only the highest top quality diamonds. So these are 2 different two different niches, right? 2 different audiences, and it will harm if you put in the same store items with the clarity enhanced items, right? And then 10,000 GIA IF items, right? So if you see that there is some conflicts in your products, in your offering, because if we even speak on Etsy, right? We have on Etsy the storefront, and the storefront, 40% of people get there. So you have to position yourself using the storefront. If we speak about Facebook, if we speak about your mail marketing, it will be different if I'm trying to sell some cheap diamond jewelry, cheap engagement jewelry, and some exclusive jewelry. So so my offering will be different, my target audience is different, and then definitely you can, it's worth opening additional store. So yeah, good thing that it will show listings twice under search results. This is the meta, this is the manipulation. I don't say that it doesn't work. Yes, it does work, but much more important is to concentrate on your offer to the clients. So I wouldn't open the Etsy store just to show my listing twice. Opposite, I will try to improve the specific listing and to get as much traffic into this listing with higher chances of selling, because sell-through rate is one of the major characteristics of my store, parameters of my store. So when I have, I wouldn't disperse it into two different stores. Okay, good. So I understand that there are additional questions, but my colleagues already did 5 times that I have to show me that I have to stop. We will continue doing webinars like this to all the jewelers all over the world, because we think that our mission is to help people sell better, not only technology-wise, but we understand that these are only tools and we need good drivers to drive our car. So feel free, always feel free just to contact us if you have some question, if you have some doubts. We see hundreds of stores here, so we will be really glad. Of course, keeping your privacy, we will never show the insides of your store. We will show only the storefront on the webinars if we do, and we will keep your privacy. This is very important to us, but ask us questions and we'll be glad to help. Good. So thank you all for being here, for investing your time in this webinar. I hope it was informative. I hope it will help you to perform better, and we from our side will help you from technology-wise and to leave you only the smart things and not the black work to do. Thank you. Have a great day, and this webinar will be available on YouTube today, I hope even today, and we will keep running these webinars. If you have some questions to webinars, if you want to recommend some ideas for webinars, contact us and we will gladly do. Okay, so thank you all. I will end the presentation right now, and have a great selling. Thank you and goodbye.